Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're getting into the Institute for Inclusive and Sustainable Human Development. It's called IISHD for short.
Right.
And also its main initiative, the Sbaer Forum. We've basically gone through their website, the source material here, to try and figure out what makes their way of doing education and, well, community development different.
Yeah.
Our mission today is really to get what they mean by building competent citizens and an enlightened society. What does that actually look like in practice?
And it's really crucial to understand organizations like this today. What's fascinating here is how IISHD tries to tackle these really complex societal problems using a whole range of methods. It's definitely moving beyond just traditional schooling.
Absolutely. It feels ambitious right from the start. They talk about this identity, competent citizens, enlightened society. So looking at the source material, what does that vision actually entail? What are they aiming for?
Well, their core mission statement kind of breaks it down. It has two main parts. First, educating people to grow, excel, and competently take up their responsibilities in personal, professional, and social life.
Okay, that sounds somewhat familiar, maybe.
Sort of, but then there's the second part. Building human competencies to shape human civilization with inclusive and sustainable way. And those words, inclusive and sustainable, they're really key here.
Right.
It means the education isn't just about, personal success. It's about giving people the tools to shape society positively for everyone and for the long haul. It's a bigger picture, systemic view.
That really is a big difference. Thinking holistically like that, preparing people for life, for their community, even for the planet. It makes you wonder why this kind of approach might be more relevant now than ever, right?
Exactly.
So, okay, that's the big vision. Ambitious. Here's where it gets really interesting for me. How does IISHD actually do this? How do they achieve these goals? What's their unique method?
Right, the how. They call it their advanced teaching learning process. And it's not just something they dreamed up. They say it's designed based on research and talking to experts, focusing on actual real life needs in professional settings.
Okay.
And it's not just one thing. It's a mix. Counseling, coaching, training, mentoring, field assignments, lots of different tools.
A whole toolkit.
Yeah, exactly. Expert supervision, simulated exposures, real-life case studies, field exercises, even live project deputation. But what really stands out is the on-field training.
Ah, you mentioned that before. What's special about it?
It's compulsory, for one.
Yeah.
And they emphasize it's rigorous. It happens under expert guidance, but in a real professional environment. So you're getting genuine, hands-on exposure and experience.
It's not just a quick internship, then.
Seems not. And they also mentioned that the in-class sessions aren't just lectures. They focus on quality discussions about applied theories. The goal is to really link up the knowledge, the skills, and how you use them in practice, aiming for excellence.
Huh. It sounds less like school and more like a really deep apprenticeship, but with the theory built right in.
That's a good way to put it.
And you have to think, how much better might that prepare someone for actual real-world stuff, compared to just learning theory from a book? This integrated approach seems pretty powerful.
It definitely aims for practical competence.
Okay, so that covers the individual side, building competent citizens. But what about the other half, the enlightened society? How do they broaden the focus? I think this is where the Spar Forum comes in.
Exactly. The Spar Forum is their community arm. It operates under IISHD's directorate, and its whole purpose is promoting sustainable, benevolent actions to ensure welfare and well-being of each member.
Sustainable, benevolent actions. Okay, and they talk about the Sbaerian community. What's that?
So the Sbaerian community is basically the life members of the Spar Forum. And here's a really interesting part. IISHD offers eligible learners the chance to join not just as individuals, but as a family life member.
A family membership for life.
Yeah. And it's a two-way street. Members get lifetime welfare services from the forum. But importantly, they also commit to actively contributing back, contributing towards that goal of inclusive and sustainable human development.
So it's not just joining a club, it's an ongoing commitment.
Precisely. This whole lifetime engagement idea seems crucial. It aims to create this sustained impact that goes way beyond just the time someone spends in a training program. It's like building a self-supporting ecosystem, learning, getting support, but also actively giving back.
That model, that kind of lifelong give and take between the person and the community, wow, that's quite something. Okay, so theory is one thing. How does this actually look on the ground? What are some real examples? What campaigns or projects does the Sbaer Forum run?
They give quite a few examples. One is a training certificate in rural development. It's a specific one-year program they designed. mainly for people living in the areas where the Sweep Forum is already active.
Tailored for local needs, then.
Seems so. For instance, they mentioned the Maharashtra chapter is running an intervention focused on sustainable yield enhancement of farmers and rural artisans in one specific region, Amravati division. And it's explicitly linked to employment. They even start new groups every month.
Wow. Okay. Very practical. What else?
Then there's the Skill Realization Campaign. This one was apparently started back in 2012, but got a boost after the COVID situation. It focuses on multidisciplinary and multi-industry skills. Think seasonal workers, migrant laborers, people in the unorganized sector.
Addressing instability there.
Exactly. The goal is to help them find more stable, inclusive work that actually improves their income. The source calls it a stabilizing effort on unstable vocations and unnecessary migrations of labor, trying to tackle root causes.
That makes sense. Anything else major?
Yeah, the Sustained Prosperity Campaign. This started even earlier, 2011. It addresses the depletion of natural resources and how that hits rural communities hard.
Big issue.
Huge. So this campaign raises awareness, but also provides need-based solutions. It focuses on what they call 6 vital elements of day-to-day living.
6 elements, which are
air, water, soil, food, health, and something they call life education.
life education. What does that cover?
It seems to be about essential life skills, values, understanding society. Basically, knowledge to navigate modern life safely and effectively. The overall aim is reducing life risks, creating a safer environment.
Okay, very holistic.
Yeah.
Air, water, soil. The basics, plus health and this broader life education.
And one more they highlight. The Sbaerian Lifestyle Cooperatives. This is interesting. Sbaerian Lifestyle is being developed as a brand for household essentials and utility products.
Like a consumer brand.
Sort of, but the plan is for it to be a cooperative departmental store, linking producers and consumers directly. They mention a pilot project with fashion designers, tailors, and customers all supporting each other.
So it embodies their philosophy.
Exactly. And they're looking to expand this across India with more products. Plus, the people involved, the beneficiaries, can get relevant training from IISHD too.
It all ties together. These examples really show how they're putting those big ideas into action, right down at the grassroots level. It's not just talk, it's farming support, skills for laborers, environmental awareness, even cooperative stores. Very practical.
Definitely grounded in community action.
So we've seen the individual training, the community work, but you mentioned IISHD also works with businesses, with professionals. How does that fit into the picture? What do they offer on that front?
Right. They have a whole suite of what they call HR development services aimed at the corporate world. It's about building professional competency, strategic management skills, helping businesses thrive in today's environment. They actually invite inquiries from corporates.
So they actively seek business partnerships.
Yes. And their services cover things like professional networking, helping companies and their employees build useful connections, create synergies for a competitive edge. They also do career upgrade programs.
For individuals or companies?
Both, it seems. Designing specific plans to help people or whole teams grow, looking at personality, skills, knowledge, the whole package. They also help organizations become more adaptive, more like learning organizations.
Organizational development.
Pretty much. Making them more responsive, efficient, centered around their people. And finally, they offer direct strategy implementation support for business acceleration.
What does that involve? Sounds quite high level.
It does. Things like helping develop concepts, formulate strategies, create frameworks for actually executing those strategies, business restructuring, managing portfolios, and crucially, they also offer training related to these areas so companies can build that expertise internally.
Building internal capacity.
Right. And they also mentioned something called the Sbaerian Roundtable Lecture Series, which sounds like an ongoing forum for discussions on various relevant topics.
It's quite amazing, really, how they connect the dots. Individual development, community action, and then high-level corporate strategy. It all seems to feed into this one integrated system.
It really does form a kind of ecosystem.
Yeah, an ecosystem working towards that big vision we started with, the Enlightened society.
Yeah.
So let's try and wrap this up. We've really dug into the Institute for Inclusive and Sustainable Human Development, IISHD, and the Spar Forum. It's clearly comprehensive, multifaceted, covering everything from their unique teaching methods to these grassroots community projects and even corporate services.
And if you connect all these threads back to that core idea, competent citizens, enlightened society,
Hmm.
you can see it's not just about teaching individuals in isolation. It's really about trying to build this entire interconnected system, an ecosystem, that fosters holistic, sustainable growth at, well, at all levels of society.
Absolutely. What really stands out, I think, is how an organization that you might initially just label as educational can actually redefine its whole purpose. It's positioning itself as this central hub almost for transforming society and the economy, linking one person's growth to these huge global challenges.
It's a very ambitious model.
It really is. And it leaves you thinking. Like they mentioned those six vital elements: air, water, soil, food, health, and life education. You have to wonder what other fundamental parts of our day-to-day lives could really use this kind of deep, community-focused, holistic approach, something to maybe mull over.